In the dark silence of deep space, the alien command ship Vornax moved slowly across the Orion Belt. The stars looked calm, but inside the control room, tension filled the air. Commander Tarek stood in front of the main screen, his eyes fixed on the scanner. "Something strange was happening, sir. We're picking up a signal," said the sensor officer. "It's not from our fleet." The room went quiet. The signal was strong, rhythmic, and mechanical, like a heartbeat made of metal. No known species used such a pattern. The crew exchanged nervous looks. Tarek gave the order. "Magnify the source." The big screen flashed and an image appeared. A huge warship, dark red and shining in the distant light of a dying star. It drifted slowly but carried a presence that made everyone uneasy. The hull was thick, covered in strange markings. It looked old, but powerful. "Identify the ship," Tarek said quickly. The system tried to scan, but the computer returned one word: unknown. "Unknown?" Tarek whispered. "How can a ship that big not exist in our database?" The warship wasn't moving, but something about it felt alive. Its engines glowed faintly blue like the breath of a sleeping beast. One of the younger officers spoke quietly. "Sir, it looks human." The entire room froze. The word human hadn't been heard in centuries. According to history, humans were long gone. But there it was, silent, massive, and waiting. Commander Tarek stared at the screen, his voice shaking. "If that's human, then we are not ready for what's coming." The unknown warship remained still, watching. The alien ship Vornax kept its distance from the silent warship. No one spoke. The only sound was the low hum of the scanners, struggling to read the object. Commander Tarek's heart beat faster. "Is it moving?" he asked. "Negative, sir," replied the officer. "No movement detected." "But the energy readings are rising." Tarek turned sharply. "Rising? How much?" The officer looked pale. "Almost double." "No, triple in the last 10 seconds. Suddenly, the lights flickered. A deep vibration rolled through the Vornax. It wasn't from their ship. It was from the unknown warship. The red giant had awakened. The warship's engines glowed brighter, burning with blue-white fire. The scanners screamed with alerts. Then a powerful voice broke through the communication channel, clear and deep. "This is the Terran battleship Odin. You are in a restricted zone. Identify yourselves." The alien crew froze. The word Terran echoed in their minds. That was the old name for humans, a species believed to be extinct for centuries. Tarek's hands trembled slightly. "Terran? That can't be." The communication repeated, louder this time. "Identify yourselves." "You have 30 seconds." The crew exchanged frightened looks. No one dared to answer. The voice sounded calm but powerful, like it came from a machine built to destroy. "Send a message," Tarek said finally. "Tell them we come in peace." But before they could transmit, the human warship turned slowly toward them. Its massive cannons locked into position. Red lights ran along its surface like flowing blood. The silence was gone now, replaced by a growing sense of dread. The humans were not extinct. They were back, and stronger than ever. The alien ship Vornax stayed locked in position, facing the massive human warship. Every system beeped with warnings. The alien crew stared at the screen, frozen between fear and disbelief. Commander Tarek whispered, "How can humans build something like this?" Before anyone could answer, the Odin's surface began to shift. Metal plates opened like wings, revealing glowing blue cores and long black cannons. The ship wasn't just alive, it was preparing for battle. "Sir, it's charging weapons," shouted the tactical officer. "Raise shields," Tarek ordered. "Now!" The Vornax and the ships around it powered up their defenses. Dozens of alien cruisers formed a protective circle, their plasma guns aimed at the human ship. But deep inside, every soldier knew this was useless. A flash of light erupted from the Odin. A single beam, silent, pure, and blinding, shot through the void. One of the alien cruisers vanished instantly, leaving only debris and dust. The bridge filled with gasps. "One shot, one ship gone," a voice whispered. The scanners couldn't even measure the energy. The numbers just froze. Commander Tarek stared in silence. "That's not a weapon," he said softly. "That's a warning." Then the human ship's voice returned, calm and firm. "You were told to identify. You have violated Terran space." Tarek's hands clenched the command rail. He knew it wasn't just a warning anymore. It was a statement of power. Every alien ship turned to retreat, but their engines flickered. The Odin had jammed their systems. In the dark sea of stars, the human warship glowed like a sleeping god, silent, cold, and unstoppable. And for the first time in centuries, the galaxy remembered the name: humanity. Inside the massive Terran battleship Odin, everything was silent except for the low hum of energy running through its metal walls. Captain Mira Lane stood in the command center, her eyes fixed on the holographic screen showing the alien fleet. Her voice was calm. "Status report. Shields at full strength. Weapons online." "No damage detected," replied her officer, Lieutenant Cross. Mira nodded slowly. "They fired first," she said. "They must understand the cost." Her ship's AI, Erebus, spoke in a cold, mechanical voice. "Alien fleet analysis complete. Probability of victory 100%. Captain Mira smirked. Just like the simulations. Outside, the Odin moved forward, its engines glowing brighter. The alien ships drifted helplessly, still trapped by the jamming field. On the Vornax, panic spread. Commander Tarek shouted, "All ships, fall back, break formation." But their systems refused to respond. The humans controlled everything. Then the Odin's communication channel opened again. Mira's voice echoed across the stars. "This is Captain Mira Lane of the Terran battleship Odin. You have entered human space. Leave now, or be removed." Her words carried no anger, no mercy, only authority. The aliens tried to send a message, but the Odin's sensors detected a charging weapon. Without waiting, Mira gave the order. "Target their flagship." A silent beam of white energy left the ship's core. It hit the alien cruiser dead center. The explosion lit up space like a new sun. The remaining alien ships broke formation, scattering in fear. Mira watched quietly. "Let them run," she said. "They will carry our message." The Odin turned slowly, disappearing into the darkness, a ghost of power from humanity's forgotten age. The alien fleet scattered in every direction, engines burning at full speed. But no one could outrun the Odin. The human warship glided silently through the wreckage, its surface glowing faintly red from the heat of its last shot. Inside the alien flagship Vornax, Commander Tarek's voice shook. "How can one ship destroy an entire fleet?" No one answered. The crew watched in horror as the Odin turned again, aligning itself with the fleeing ships. For a brief moment, space went silent. Then light filled the void. 3 beams cut through the darkness like blades. Each one found its mark. 3 alien cruisers vanished in seconds. No sound, no warning, only light. And then nothing. "Sir, they're wiping us out," a young officer shouted. Tarek slammed his fist on the console. "Send a distress signal to the council. Tell them humans still exist." But even as he spoke, the Vornax's systems began to fail. Screens went black, engines died, and gravity vanished. The human ship had released an electromagnetic pulse so strong it paralyzed everything within 1,000 kilometers. On the Odin, Captain Mira Lane watched the final readings. "Target neutralized," reported Lieutenant Cross. Mira looked at the fading debris field. "They'll remember this," she said quietly. "They'll know humanity is back." Her AI Erebus replied, "Fear is the fastest way to spread truth." Outside, the Odin activated stealth mode, vanishing into the stars. No trails, no signal, only silence. Commander Tarek's ship drifted powerless among the ruins. His final thought echoed in fear. They were supposed to be extinct, not gods. And somewhere in the darkness, the human warship continued its path, unseen, unstoppable, unforgettable. Weeks passed after the battle near the Orion Belt. Only a few alien ships returned to tell the story, a story that no one believed. They spoke of a red warship, silent as death, moving like a shadow, destroying fleets without effort. At the Galactic Council, leaders argued. "Humans, impossible," one said. They vanished centuries ago, but the survivors' eyes told the truth. They had seen the impossible. They had seen the Odin Commander Tarek sat in a medical chamber, still shaken. His voice was weak as he told the council, "We didn't attack a ship. We disturbed a legend." Across the galaxy, whispers spread. Some called it a ghost. Some said it was an old weapon left behind. But the oldest records spoke of humans, creators, warriors, dreamers, who once ruled the stars before disappearing into darkness. Now they had returned. Far away, In the deep void, the Odin drifted silently. Inside, Captain Mira Lane looked out at the endless field of stars. "Do you think they'll come for us again?" asked Lieutenant Cross. Mira smiled faintly. "They will. Fear always calls curiosity." The AI Erebus flickered to life. "New signal detected, Captain. Unknown fleet. Approaching." Mira turned toward the screen. "Let them come," she said calmly. Humanity doesn't hide anymore. The engines roared to life, lighting up the darkness. The Terran battleship Odin rose once more, ready for whatever the galaxy would send next. And across the stars, a new legend began to grow. Beware the humans. For when they return, they do not come in peace. The age of silence was over. Humanity had awakened.